Let's check in with Gail Pennington. Gail Pennington is the TV critic extraordinaire, and she joins us every Monday. Good morning, Gail Pennington.
Good morning, McGraw Millhaven.
Did you miss me?
I missed you so.
All right, good.
But you were here with me last week, and you're here with me again, so you don't take off on my Mondays, do you?
No, I don't. Well, I couldn't because I would miss you too much.
You went to New York and you went to a Mets game?
I went to a Mets game. I went to a
Cardinals.
I went to a Mets game. I went to a Cardinal game. Went to go see a couple of Broadway shows.
What'd you see?
I saw Once, which was...
Oh, is it good?
It was phenomenal.
It's coming to the Fox next year.
It is coming to the Fox. It was phenomenal. And then I saw Lucky Guy.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it was. It's a story of a New York Post reporter written by Nora Ephron right before she died, and
it stars Tom Hanks.
And it stars Tom Hanks. Not only that, we went to Sardi's afterwards.
Wow!
And guess who we saw at Sardi's?
Tom Hanks.
We did not see Tom Hanks at Hardee's. We saw Eloise from Lost. Eloise Hawking. Do you remember the crazy? Yes, she was there, and she hadn't combed her hair since the finale of Lost.
Did you get a picture with her?
I was too cool. I was like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah, that's probably just not done at Sardi's, is it?
Yeah, no. I wasn't. Excuse me, can I have your autograph? So no, I didn't do that. So I quietly pretended to be tweeting, and I was taking pictures of her.
Good for you.
Thank you very much.
Right.
All right, you're done watching The Bachelor?
It's this season of The Bachelorette. I'm just not going to watch again. Maybe toward the end, but it is so boring.
Yeah, last week was not good.
It was impossible to watch. Luckily, I had it on the DVR, and I fast forwarded through almost everything.
Well, I fast forward through all the. I've been doing that for years. But even that girlfriend who came in, that looked so staged and so ridiculous.
So fake. It was horribly fake.
And I actually believed the guy.
I don't care. He was creepy anyway.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, so The Bachelor's out.
All right, The Bachelor is over. I am over it.
Your Bachelor's over with. What about Mad Men? Are you over Mad Men yet?
No, it was a very good Mad Men episode last night.
What did you like about it?
I liked all the changes that are going through people. I liked, well, we can't say too much because I got in trouble again yesterday over spoilers.
All right, well...
my Sunday story about all the big shocks of the year.
Right.
It had a spoiler warning at the top. If you haven't watched these shows, don't read this. And then I got all these complaints from people who said I should have had a spoiler alert. And I said, it had a spoiler alert. And they said, oh, well, we don't actually read anything. We just skim it.
Well,
whose fault is that, McGraw? Whose fault is that?
It is not your fault.
Not my fault.
You can only do so much.
Right.
All right. So how about this? Spoiler alert. We're seeing. First of all, I don't understand this whole infatuation with this Bob character.
Well, what we found, we'd wondered about him. We weren't supposed to even notice anything odd about him, but people did.
Right.
And started trying to figure out what it was, and it was revealed last night what it is about him, and it was interesting, I thought. Because he's very much like Don Draper. He has a lot in common with Don Draper.
He's a younger guy trying to escape his past.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't understand why he decided to keep him around at the end.
Because now Bob Benson is going to be so loyal to Pete.
Gotcha.
He has to do anything Pete wants.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Are we seeing the beginning of the end of Don? Is Don starting to fall apart a little bit?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's next season. It's the last season. We have one more episode, and then the end next season. And I'm not sure Don can end in a good way.
I mean, you're starting to see him drink in the morning when he wakes up, and he's...
Well, he's sick a lot, too. Have you noticed that? Sometimes it's a hangover, but sometimes he's actually sick.
Right, yeah. And then I don't understand the whole daughter thing anyway. The whole daughter and that kid thing. I don't get that either.
You don't understand Sally?
I don't know. I don't know if I want more Don, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I just want more Don. All right. So but we the season finale is next week. Do we know is there anything big? Have they tipped us off to anything?
No, they haven't. They've been more secretive this season than ever.
Yeah. I know that Matthew Weiner was saying that no one dies in the final episode. Yeah, we know that. So no one's dead.
But he could be lying.
Ooh, interesting. All right.
I like that.
I want to know about this Love Marilyn on HBO.
I have not seen Love Marilyn, which is at 8 tonight on HBO, but it sounds so interesting. They found a lot of letters and papers of Marilyn Monroe's, and they're doing what seems almost like a Ken Burns kind of documentary. They have a lot of different people reading from her letters, a lot of very famous actors and actresses.
So it's a documentary.
It's a documentary based on entirely in her own words.
Right. And it's these people who are reading her diary.
Yes, and letters.
So we're assuming it's pretty good because it's HBO.
Glenn Close, Paul Giamatti, Evan Rachel Wood,
right.
Jeremy Piven, Oliver Platt. Lots of interesting people are in the are doing it.
I don't think I want Jeremy Piven reading Marilyn Monroe's diary.
I assume he would be one of the other characters.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. All right. Good.
I'm thinking they should have someone from the cast of SMASH.
They should have somebody from the cast of SMASH do it. Right. Anything else this week we should know about?
The Jodi Arias movie is a Saturday night. They didn't get that one done quickly, did they?
Do you know, I might out this person, but former Senator Jim Talent, this is a true story. Former Senator Jim Talent was here in the studio a couple of weeks ago, and we started talking about news and whatever else, and he told me that he was addicted to the Jodi Arias story.
That's fascinating.
I was like,
I didn't watch enough of it to understand why people were so interested in it.
I missed it. I missed the whole thing. I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. I didn't know why people were so fascinated by it. I'm with you.
We work, McGraw. We don't have time to watch trials.
Well, that's why. I mean, I get Susan the housewife might be interested, but former Senator Jim Talent, who's one of the great minds of his generation, is sitting at home eating popcorn, watching the Jodi Arias trial.
Right. Exactly.
All right, so that's on Lifetime, which we can only expect that to be really, really bad.
Yeah, another thing coming up on Lifetime is the new Mark Cherry series, Devious Maids.
Mm-hmm.
He's the Desperate Housewives guy, and this is about maids in Beverly Hills. And it's a comedy, dramedy, tragedy, primetime soap, and I really enjoyed it.
Really?
Next Sunday, yeah.
They're just making stuff up now. Have you seen this Princess Long Island show?
But that's a reality show, and it's horrible, right?
It's horrible, and there's no reality to it. It's just it's ridiculous. But anyway.
Well, this is scripted, and it's a lot like Desperate Housewives was, but its tone. In the early years when Desperate Housewives was so good,
right?
It was like this. It's got a great cast of all Latina actresses.
Devious Maids, Sunday nights.
Devious Maids. It's based on a telenovela.
All right.
Spanish language soap opera.
A telenovela?
You've heard of telenovelas. They're the big thing in Spanish-speaking countries. They're limited-run soap operas.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Telenovelas.
Yeah.
Devious Minds, Sundays on...
Devious... no one can get the name right, which is hilarious to me. People are calling it Desperate Maids, and you just called it Devious Minds. It's Devious Maids.
Sorry, I was talking about myself there for a second.
I understand.
Devious Maids.
Devious Maids. That's next Sunday, and I'll have a column about that before it premieres.
And when can we read you? When can we see you, Gail Pennington?
I'll be in the Friday Go section, and then in next Sunday's A&E, I'm going to look at the new Stephen King series, Under the Dome.
Oh, when does that air?
It premieres next week.
That actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen the first one. It's you won't want to stop watching it after you see the first one.
Is that a mini-series or is that a series?
It's a limited-run series.
Good. So it's a telenovela.
Yes, except in English.
All right, there you go. See, we learned something new today.
We do.
Gail Pennington, be good, and we'll see you in the funny papers.
Okay,